フルカウンター
Alright lads, welcome back to the Grand Cross video, and boys, something I did not expect to make. Literally, I was outside at the gym for the first time in months, and boom, we get a massive leak again from Regents. If you don't know, Regents has been leaking stuff from the start of the game. However, he did say to stop and take a break, basically, and he's been taking a break, but still leaking stuff privately. I think the main reason why is because, well, a lot of stuff that he leaks doesn't come true because it isn't the beta app, and people don't really understand what the beta app is compared to the live version that we normally get from 70 leaks. 70 leaks, normally when you leak stuff, we get basic content that's on the game right now, where the beta is basically them developing the app, basically just making stuff, seeing if they're going to go through with it, but never really pushing it through sometimes. And this might be one of the cases, but he came back out of nowhere for the first time and has leaked a bunch of new stuff here, so we're going to run through it. So on screen now, this is a new system, extra skill effect. When you play 2 specific characters, you will get a bonus. The system is in testing, it can change or never come out. So let's go through all of it. Just a quick brief look at it. I don't see any collab characters, which is a little bit annoying. So if they are going to release this, I would have wished they did it before we got the slime collaboration, because we could have got a nice little buff with the slime characters. But here it is. So if I'm assuming this goes towards PvE. Whenever you use the 2 characters together, you get the bonus. And maybe this might be a buff you get when we get the new Demonic Beast battle, I think. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But the first buffs are Lonely and Twiggo. If you use both together, you get increased defense by 20%. Honestly, that one I think is kind of bad because why are you using Twiggo? He buffs up reds. Once again, you're using basically two rares, I think. So that's kind of an L already. That needs to be like 50% because that's way too little. Gilfun and Hauser. Once again, we don't really have those 2 characters, like decent characters for those 2. But I think maybe if we get like a new Hauser, a new name one, and maybe a new name Gilfunder. However, those are kind of irrelevant characters per se, so that will deal be any good together. Gilfunder and Greenmore increase max HP for 25%. Once again, maybe I don't see that being useful. That needs to be like 50% or even 100% for it to be useful in PvP. What's the point, right? There ain't really any good Greenmores again, or any good Gilfunders. Same situation. I believe the only good one might be the blue one, but that's top 100 exclusive, so I'm not too sure. The next one is Slader and Simon increase crit chance by 50%. That's kind of bad, to be fair, because the Red Slader, if you see when you use the SR one, he does have the passive to where you basically almost guarantee a crit. So, I guess that might be good if you use the actual new Halloween Slater. That might be somewhat decent. But then again, Simon, once again, a terrible unit. But here's when we get the juicy ones. We start moving towards more broken characters. Meliodas, so this is... Who does it count towards? Meliodas and Prince Elizabeth. So I'm assuming this is the captain one because we get some more descriptions down below. But Meliodas and Princess Elizabeth, so the green Elizabeth, you get increased basic stats to all 7 Sins characters, including Golf and Escanor by 10%. Once again, not too great. You're never going to use Meliodas, the base one. Maybe you can get away with Princess Elizabeth because the green one's somewhat decent. Not really, but she has a use with the heal and also the ultimate gauge, but that is not really a good buff. Here's the big one though, I think. So, Meliodas, the Lost Fame one, and also Goddess Elizabeth, bringing out that terrible meta. Allies heal for 4% of lost HP to start next turn. See, that is better. That is a lot better, because Lost Fame is definitely squishy, and can die very, very easy right in the meta. So if you're constantly getting healed just for using them 2 together, plus Goddess Elizabeth always has a shield. I think the one bad thing you can say about Goddess Elizabeth is the fact that she doesn't really heal too much other than her actual ultimate. So now that you're getting passive heals, that could actually make Lost Fame usable. Not the greatest character, but usable. And that's kind of what we want to go with, right, with these buffs. Meliodas Salt Mode and also Zeldris. Increase... Oh, okay, that's terrible. That's a good one. That's a good one. Increased damage in 20% against debuffed enemies. So that's basically like a Lolly Merlin buff from the looks of it. I think Lolly Merlin's an extra 20% attack. So I'm not too sure if 20% attack is on the same level as increased damage. But Meliodas is always going to have buffs on them. Assuming they attack at least once, right? But... your Sigurds, you know, you're always going to do damage here. However, that might make a difference when he does get a 5th weapon. We'll see. Okay, this one, yikes. Okay, Traitor Meliodas and Bloody Elizabeth. So the new one's about to come out sometime soon. Literally tomorrow, actually. When a buffed enemy or buffed unit receives damage, increase its damage by 20%. Wait, what? When a buffed unit receives damage, so I'm assuming if many... That's broken. Hang on. So Medi's always going to bust him, right? Because you have single target damage. So if he just gets damaged, he gets 20% damage increase. I mean, that's by far the best one, but do we need that for Traitor Melee? Surely you give that towards someone like Gilthunder, right? Because we don't need more Traitor Melee buffs. And I'm assuming right now, Bloody Elizabeth, we haven't seen what she does just yet. But after that description, maybe Bloody Elizabeth is buffing and might be a DPS unit. Because if she's getting 20% damage increase, then maybe she's an actual DPS unit. Who knows? Alright, so next one is Nunchuck, Barn, and also normal Elaine. So the one without the wing. Increase max HP by 15%. Once again, like, just not great. You want to get more buffs here. Purgatory Barn, I don't know why you put double Barn. Purgatory Barn and Winged Elaine? Surely there's one here for Purgatory Barn and Arthur. Why the hell you can't use a fairy and a human together with Arthur? That makes no absolute sense. Increase max HP by 50%. That makes no sense. I mean, you increase the HP, so maybe for a video of like a YouTuber of like me or Nagato or like Sora or Murray or Speedy, someone might make a video with Elaine because then that might actually work and you get more HP. Wait, hang on. Doesn't the Winged Elaine increase HP recently? The new one? I think she does. So maybe that actually might be usable. Let me just check actually because I can check right now in game. So Elaine, I believe, puts a buff up that increases HP, right? Or am I wrong? Yeah, look, increased HP related stats. I mean, it's not the best. Actually, to be fair, does Barn do that? No, Barn does max HP. So, I mean, boys, I mean, like, Blue Elaine and Barn might be usable together. Not the best combo, but I like that a little bit because you're never going to use it together. So, I like the team diversity. King Kid, so I guess the small wing king, and Giant Diane, I guess the normal one. Increased damage to AoE skills. I mean, maybe the ultimate, if that takes effect, Blue, or even if you watch my last video, Diane, the red one, like the actual OG ones, have a really, really good ultimate with this, like, a 6/6. It does, like, 90% attack on an association or with the Grimoire link. So, that could actually do a lot of damage if it does include the AoE ultimates. Then a Small Wing King and also Diane Ragnarok increase damage against debuffed enemies. Once again, I think that could be some... No, that wouldn't even work, right? Because Ragnarok Diane removes the buff before she attacks him. So that makes no absolute sense. And then Ragnarok Diane doesn't even apply debuffs. Well, she does do attack still. That combo I don't think works out. And that probably will likely be changed to Harley... Oh, this is a dirty one. Oh, my days. Harley Quinn, the Festival King, and also Queen Diane, an actual really good combo right now in the meta, increases defense by 50%. That's already really good because Queen Diane's already really tanky, and also King's Shield with them two together. So the fact you get more defense is gonna be somewhat good, and just a buffed already to like a meta team. That's quite crazy. Go for normal and Hawk makes no absolute sense why they did those two together. Increase base stats of all allies in 20% of the enemy's more CC. Whatever. Go for Festival Merlin. So this is the normal one. So I guess the coin shop one, I would assume. When receive damage, apply debuff that disabled attack one. Wait, what? When you receive damage, apply a debuff that disabled attack for one time per turn. I'm assuming the person attacks first is going to get disabled. That is a bit broken because if these buffs work in the sub slot where you can use Merlin in the sub slot with Festival Gopher, then use like, you know, use like the new Rimuru or Shuna. If you attack Gopher, you're going to get attack sealed. That's kind of a bit broken almost. Just a free attack seal for using the subslot. That's if it works as subslot, we don't know just yet. Then the next one is Merlin, normal, and Escanor. Increase attack by 2% for every skill used match 10 times. Once again, they kind of did this with the actual Slime collaboration. They changed it because they realized 10 times is way too much. You have to limit down to 4. So I think that's way too much. It should be like 4% but 5 times if that is the case. And the bottom one, ooh, I like this one. Lottie Merlin and also Bloody Elizabeth. I'm probably going to end up using those two together because I do like those two. Increase max HP by 20%. That is... yeah, I mean, more HP, you can't really complain. Like, 20% as well, that's... With Ram in the sub-slot, bro, Merlin's going to be so unkillable. I mean, she kind of already is, right? Then the last one, Merlin normal and Lilia normal. Decrease attack by 20% of his base attack. Once again, not too bad. So, boys, that is all of them. Thank you for watching this all the way to the end, if you had, because I just reading through all of it. Can I get my initial reaction? Because these are crazy if they do come to the game. But also... I really want to see more towards collaborations. I know they're not going to redo it until they rework, but it would be nice to, like, you know, if you're bringing Shuna and also Rimuru, get like a nice little like Pierce buff or something, then I wish we get more better ones, I could say. Like one that just come to mind straight away is Chandler and Cusack. Use both them together and you get like, you know, an extra 20% defense or something. Something like that. I want to get Chandler and Cusack, Derriere, Monspeed, where's that one? Saru and Tamiel, Margaret, Elizabeth. I want to see those ones, but unfortunately we didn't. However, like I said, these are just basically leaks right now on the beta app. That doesn't mean it's coming. And on the beta app right now, that has not been leaked publicly, there are a lot more stuff that I've seen behind the scenes that I can't leak personally. And some of them are crazy, even hinted towards the new sequel manga. Just all I'm saying. So boys, a little treat you've made it towards the end. So thank you for watching. What do you think about these new leaks, if they are true? They actually are true, but whether they come or not is something to be seen. However, I do like the idea, but once again, from what I've seen, the best ones seem to be for the actual better characters, which I don't really like too much. Trey and Melly and like Elizabeth and Merlin together are already kind of broken, so they don't need a bigger buff. I want to see bigger buffs towards, you know, Slater and Hauser, for example, or Gilfan and Hauser, because those are already terrible units. And using them together is kind of already an L, but if they make it so you get a massive buff, like 100% max HP, no one's really going to complain because they're not re-meta, but you might be using one for a fun video. Who knows? But maybe it's what they do this on occasions. Maybe like for a certain like weekend or something like a Raw and PvP. Deanne and Merlin's are like a massive buff for the weekend. I would like that as well. So boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.